exercise tutorial video. This is going to be on lunges, and I recommend dumbbell lunges. Now this video is going to be a little bit different than most of our exercise tutorials in that, yes, I'm going to break down the different variations of squats, some proper mental cues, coaching tips, things like that you might not be aware of. And then I will coach you step by step for your first warm-up set or even a working set, but I'm not necessarily going to do it with you just because of a lack of space. But it'll make sense once we get going. Now, there's a whole variety of lunges. We have our forward lunge, we have our reverse lunge, and we have our walking lunges, right? So, what's the difference? What I recommend, typically what I program for people are walking lunges or reverse lunges. Now, how do you decipher between the two? Well, first and foremost is space. If you're doing it in a studio apartment in this New York and there's snow on the ground, reverse lunges are probably the way to go. But here's what really will determine is how do your knees feel? If walking lunges hurt your knees, you're most likely better off doing a reverse lunge. And in fact, reverse lunges are actually a little bit more challenging because the load or tension is being kept on that front working leg. So here's an example for what I mean by that. Right now, tension's on my left leg, still tension's on my left leg. Now if I were to alternate, tension's on my right leg, still tension's on my right leg as I come up out of the lunge. If I was to do a traditional walking lunge, tension's on my right leg, now I'm kind of weightless right here as I take that next step forward. Tension's on my left leg, now I'm kind of weightless right here. So by having the reverse lunge, that front bent knee is under load the entire time, so that makes it a little bit more challenging. And again, you could do all the reps for that one leg back and forth, or you could alternate, whatever you prefer. I'll kind of give you my personal take on that if you are a client, but play around with it. So lunges, there's not much more else to them. Start with body weight when you're ready to add resistance. I recommend dumbbells, not a barbell on your back. I never recommend lunging with a barbell on your back. There's a lot of compressive forces on your spine. We want you to work out smarter and safely. So I never recommend a barbell. But here's what people mostly know about lunges, which is pretty much common knowledge. The bigger the step I take, so that my back knee isn't bent, the more I'm emphasizing my glutes. Okay? Now, if I was to shorten my stride, drop that back knee down, now I'm emphasizing more of my quads. And again, most people know that. But here, we're going to take it a step further. I'm going to crack an egg of knowledge right now. What we're going to do is we're going to do that step forward. Now, what we want to equally emphasize our glutes and our quads is here's the angle of my shin. I want my torso at that same angle, which means you're going to be leaning slightly forward. If I were to do straight up and down, now I'm emphasizing my quads. If I'm going to lean really, really forward, now I'm emphasizing my glutes. So when you take that step forward, to get equal emphasis, I want my torso to match the angle of my shin. And then you go like that. So something to play around with. Most people don't know that tip. And again, lunges, lunges, lunges. When you're ready to add weight, do some dumbbell. So that's the proper setup. I'm going to coach you right now through your first warm-up set. So if you're ready for dumbbells, grab the dumbbells. If not, stick with body weight. I'll do a stationary reverse lunge just to kind of keep tempo and cadence with you. All right, so we're going to lunge. As we come down, make sure you're leaning forward. Same angle as your shin. Boom. And let's go again. Another step. Slightly lean forward. Same angle as your shin. And let's keep going. Lunge. Same angle as your shin. Boom. Lunge. Same angle as your shin. Boom. Lunge. Same angle as your shin. Keep going, guys. Lunge. Torso's the same angle as your shin. Lunge. Torso's the same angle as your shin. Two more. Lunge. Torso's the same angle as your shin. Last one. Lunge. Torso, same angle as your shin. So based on your goals and what you're wanting to emphasize will determine your stride length. So again, if you really want to emphasize your quads, shorter strides, let that back knee drop down. I don't recommend letting it touch every time. I like you to stop just short of it. And then if you want to emphasize your glutes, take that bigger stride, keep that back leg relatively straight, And there you go, guys. There's lunges, 1 rep at a time.